Okay, here we have lesson 45, book 3, beginning rock guitar. And this is an A minor pentatonic scale. And we've had that scale before, but with a different fingering. I'm just going to play through this and just watch how I'm playing it. Here we're playing only first and third fingers. So, ready, go. Okay, so let me try it a little faster. Now, the first A minor pentatonic we learned, um, you know, quite a while back ago, started with the first finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string, and it was either first and fourth fingers or first and third fingers. It was also a very simple pattern, and there was no shift to it. It was all on the 5th fret. So it was like 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4, and then coming back down the scale. And I'm not with this new pattern. We're not saying to throw away the old pattern. They're both very valid, and I use them both and alternate, mix them up together, and all kinds of things. So again, this pattern, the early one, the easy one, and you can hear it's the same notes as the new pattern with the shifts, but the shifting pattern goes up a little higher. Okay, whereas the first pattern only went up to this note. This pattern goes, I'll just start on the 2nd octave. It has 2 notes higher. So that in itself is not a big deal, but it is a little bit more expanded range. And you're only using first and third fingers, so, and you can, instead of just shifting like that, you can often slide and it's very fluid kind of pattern. So I call it the basic 2-finger shifting pattern, okay? And there is also a 5th string version, which sounds like this. Slightly different, but we shouldn't get into that because you want to learn this one really well before you don't want to learn like 3 different finger patterns in one day or something. You'll get all confused. It's really easy to do that. Now, a couple of tips is that, again, you're starting with the 3rd finger, and one thing to look at, now the first string that we start on, the 6th string, we're only doing 1 note, and that's the 5th fret of the 6th string. And then every string after that, you're either doing 3 notes with a shift or just 2 notes. And they alternate like that. You wouldn't do 3 notes, 2 strings in a row. So it's going to be like 1 note and then 3 notes, 2 notes, 3 notes, 2 notes, 3 notes. So it alternates between 3 notes, 2 notes, 3 notes, 2 notes. And that helps you to remember it better. So that's, I'm basing this lesson on teaching many students this pattern. And I've often seen them go like 3 notes and then they'll try to do three notes, and you can hear that's a wrong note. So it's not 3 notes on every string. It's 3 notes, 2 notes, 3 notes, 2 notes. And the other thing is that when you shift, you're going to shift your third finger rather than going first finger shifting 2 frets. And you may think, well, what's the big deal, but I'm just saying that most lead guitar players that are real seasoned players like Eric Clapton, they would 9 times out of 10 slide the third finger either up or down. They wouldn't go. That's just not musically for blues rock licks. Not to say you would never do that. I wouldn't say never for anything, but you're just learning the pattern. So make sure you just do it one way and one way only at first. So you don't want to sometimes shift the first finger and then sometimes shift the third finger. And also when you're going down the pattern, this is what I see a lot. I see a student will shift the third finger up, no problem. And then when they get to the high note, they go 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1. You don't want to do that. You want to go 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1. So you want to shift the third finger whether you're ascending or descending on the scale. Now the other thing is to look at what I call the squeeze. And the squeeze happens between the third and the second string. Because on all the other strings, when you change strings, it's 2 frets away. 2 frets away, 2 frets away. Here it's 1 fret. Because if you played it like it is on the other strings, this is what it's going to sound like. Wrong notes, right? So when you get to the second string, you're going to shift your third finger and then squeeze in with your first finger so that they're just 1 fret apart. But you don't want to use second finger. Go ahead and use first. You're going like, say if I'm on this A octave, it's third finger, first finger, third finger shifts, and then first finger, third finger. So there might be a time when you would do second finger. Like sometimes I'll go up just to that note and I'll do second finger and then back down. But if I'm going beyond that, I'll go to first finger. So I'm going first, third, first, third. So you want to keep, do the same fingering every time you do the scale until you know it like the back of your hand. And then there are some variations. Like sometimes I'll do third finger going back to second finger where I normally did third finger. Like, so you have that kind of thing where you're substituting the second finger for what you'd normally play as the third finger. But that's more advanced. I wouldn't do that at all at this point. So we're doing first and third, I'm backwards here. We're doing third finger, first, third, third, first, third, first, third, third, first, third, and that's where that little squeeze is. And you want to practice that a lot so you get used to anticipating that. Like you might look at the circled notes on the fretboard chart. You've got a circled A here, a circled A on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and a circled A on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Those are all the root notes, the A notes, and get to know where those are. And so if I start on the middle A, the 7th fret of the 4th string, and then I'll play up to this A. That's a good octave to practice back and forth because you practice that little squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze going back. And that's the thing, you want to make sure that when you go back that you don't go 3, 1, 2, which feels better really, but go 3, 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, so do it the same every time. Same going up as you do going down. So there is a lot to talk about with this scale if it's new to you. And another thing, if you remember when we were doing phrasing exercises with the first pentatonic scale, and we learned where all the A's are and all the D's. So when you're playing a D chord, you'd start and end on a D. And when you play an A chord, you begin and end on an A. And it can be a real simple, note riff that only involves 3 notes or sometimes 2 notes. Like that can be a phrase. So you do a phrasing exercise where you have the 12-bar blues, A7, D7, and E7. And if you don't know these bar chords, you can do them down here. A7, D7, E7. Okay? And so you see the circled A's in this pattern, and it's 5th fret of the 6th string, 7th fret of the 4th string, 10th fret of the 2nd string. Now if you move all those across the street, you've got all the D's. So there are 3 D's. And it's the same pattern. They're the same distance away from each other, and they make the same pattern, same relative pattern. And I'm just using 1st, 3rd, and then I'm shifting my 3rd finger for that one. So you have the A's, the D's, and then the E's are just 2 frets up from the D. Sorry. Try that again. And then you have the D's, and then you have the A's. And you can do that phrasing exercise. And if you remember, we did it several lessons ago, where we strum the chord, that's the A7, and then we do a phrase that begins and ends on an A. But you want to stay within this new pattern now. You can slide, hammer, but I began on A and ended on an A. It doesn't have to be the same A. I could go like, end on that A, begin on this A, end on that A. If you know the song, the blues song, Good Morning Little Schoolgirl, I can't remember who wrote that. It might have been Mississippi Fred McDowell, acoustic blues slide player, and it's like, and that's like you're going from an upper octave A down the pentatonic scale, ending on the lower octave A. Good morning, little schoolgirl. Good morning, little schoolgirl. And usually it's all done in 1 octave, but I'm doing 2 different octaves. And you could do that. And you could do it on the D. No, you wouldn't want to do that, because that would sound different in the A pentatonic scale. But anyway, get to know these 3 A's, the 3 D's, and they make the same pattern, and then also the 3 E's. And you would strum a chord, and you can just do a real simple, and that would work with either one of those pentatonic patterns. And then D7. So I started on this D, went up to this D, and then back to A7. So I did the Good Morning Little Schoolgirl lick, and then another A7. I teased that note, I bent it. It's okay to do that. And then D7. Another D7. And then back to A7. Another A7. I'm starting on the high A. E7. So I started on this E, and then D7, A7, I'm sorry, that was a little long, and then E7. Okay, so just work on that phrasing exercise, and then also, just jam with the 12-bar blues. Just find a jam track on YouTube in the key of A, 12-bar blues in A. I would pick a slow blues at first, because a lot of them are really fast, and just do so that you can just focus on a new scale pattern and just fiddle around with it, play with it. I'm sorry. Okay, and so to close out, I'm going to just play rhythm while you jam to my rhythm guitar in a 12-bar blues in A. And I'm going to go through it 2 times so that you'll have maybe several minutes, to just play around with. And then you can, kind of go back to where I start doing it. Make note of where this is in the video and come back to it. And I might go through it 3 times. I don't know. So we'll just do like a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. A7, B7, A7, A7, D7, 2 measures, 2 bars on the A7. A7, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, E7, D7, A7, D7. Go through it again, this time with 9th chords. Mix the rhythm a little bit. Okay, so enjoy this. Just jam along with me, like in this video, or find a jam track. I mean, they're all over the place on YouTube. Just look for a 12-bar blues in A. And you could try a different key, like this is the pentatonic in A, starting on the 5th fret with the 3rd finger. If you did it 3 frets higher, you'd be doing the same pattern in the key of C. So a C minor pentatonic. Sorry. And you could do that with a jam track, 12-bar blues in C. So just have fun with it. Play with it. Try different licks. Don't worry about rules or anything. Hammer, do hammer-ons, do trills if you want, pull-offs. You can tease some bends. Certain notes sound good bent, and some don't, but so have fun with that, and please like and subscribe. Look for John Hedger Guitar Studio on Instagram and Facebook. All right, thank you.